She was just a little girl with a love for science, a spark in her eyes, and a brain that could go head-to-head with adults twice her age. From the moment she stepped onto the Ellen DeGeneres show, Brielle became an instant fan favorite, not just because she was adorable, but because she was astonishingly brilliant. Today, we're diving into 14 unforgettable moments when Brielle didn't just impress the audience, she completely stole the spotlight. Whether it was naming all the elements on the periodic table or explaining human anatomy like a mini professor, each moment screamed one thing: pure Brielle essence. You'll laugh, you'll say awe, and more than once you'll wonder, how does she know this stuff? Buckle up for the cutest genius you've ever seen. This is Brielle at her absolute best. It all started with a tiny voice confidently listing the elements of the periodic table. Yes, all of them. Brielle's first appearance on The Ellen Show went viral practically overnight. At just 3 years old, she wasn't reading from a cue card. She knew them. Element names, atomic numbers, properties, she had it down cold. And the way she beamed every time the crowd erupted in applause? Iconic. Then came her legendary anatomy segment. Ellen handed her a pointer, and Brielle launched into what could only be described as a full-blown anatomy lecture. Heart, lungs, kidneys, each one explained in perfect detail, with the excitement of someone who had just discovered magic. Except for Brielle, the magic was science. And let's not forget the presidents. On one memorable episode, Ellen quizzed Brielle on the U.S. presidents. Not just names, but birthplaces, order, even random facts. Most adults might stumble somewhere between Millard Fillmore and Franklin Pierce, but not Brielle. She nailed it and made it entertaining. What made Brielle even more endearing was her personality. She wasn't showing off, she was sharing. Her joy for learning was contagious. When she talked about mitochondria being the powerhouse of the cell, she did it with a kind of enthusiasm that could make anyone fall in love with biology. Her face would light up, her little hands would wave around, and Ellen, along with millions of viewers, couldn't get enough. One of the most touching moments came when Brielle met one of her science idols. Ellen surprised her with a visit from Bill Nye the Science Guy. Instead of being shy or starstruck, Brielle asked him about his favorite element and confidently explained hers, hydrogen, because it's the most abundant in the universe. That's not just smart, that's next level. Brielle didn't stop there. Over the years, she returned to the show multiple times, each time with a new area of expertise. Dinosaurs? She could tell you which ones lived in the Jurassic period and what they ate. Space? She knew all the planets, dwarf planets, and even some of their moons. One time she explained black holes in a way that left even Ellen speechless. What set Brielle apart wasn't just her knowledge, it was how naturally she communicated it. She wasn't performing, she was just being Brielle, curious, confident, and effortlessly brilliant. Her episodes became some of the most replayed, clipped, and adored segments in Ellen's show history. And let's be honest, when someone that small can say endoplasmic reticulum with perfect pronunciation and tell you what it does, it's hard not to be impressed. Brielle reminded the world that intelligence isn't about age, it's about passion, curiosity, and the joy of learning. She came, she saw, she Briellified. From periodic tables to planetary systems, every time she took the stage, she gave us a glimpse of what brilliance looks like wrapped in a tutu and a smile. And that, folks, is pure brilliance.